Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Haley. I'm a mom to 3 little girls. I work full-time alongside my husband, who also works full-time. And I work 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts. So that means on Wednesdays, I have the day off. Today is Wednesday. And I thought I would just take you through what my Wednesday looks like, the things that I prioritize, and basically how I treat my Wednesday is almost like a working mom admin, get it all done kind of day. Today, I have a bunch of different tasks to do. The big thing is doing a bunch of food prep. I need to go through my fridge, pantry, and freezers and see how far I can stretch what we have on hand. I'm trying to stay out of the grocery store for the rest of May. I've only spent about $375 so far this month, and it is May 20th. And ideally, I'd like to stay under 400, which means I'd have enough for like another jug of milk and some like fresh produce and such. But I need to see kind of where we're at because we're getting really low in stock. So that is on the plan for today. I want to make some protein balls for just a healthy snack. My kids love them, I love them, and I'm on a bit of a health journey right now, trying to get kind of my health reprioritized, being 1 year out postpartum. So those protein balls will help a great deal. Let's see what else. I need to make a grocery list if I do need to go grocery shopping. And so I'll probably take some time to do that. And then I'm thinking about doing like an admin day, kind of pay day prep video for YouTube. And so I'd like to get a few things prepped and ready to go for that. So if you're kind of interested in sort of like a behind the scenes look at how I set up my payday routine and kind of a little glimpse into what my longer video will eventually look like, I think I'm going to do that a little bit today too. So if you'd like to join me and follow along, I'd love to have you. Just keep watching. All right, let's take a look at the fridge and see what we've got going on here. Okay, so definitely some options here. Leftover pancakes, kids will probably eat these for breakfast. Same with like a little bit of applesauce. Lots of broccoli. Leftovers. These are peas. Put these down in the vegetables just so that can all stay together. So basically what I do when I go through my fridge is I'm really just trying to figure out like what things make sense together. What are like the weird outliers? Like I have a little bit of coconut curry, like chicken left. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll just eat that for lunch. These are fries, these can go. No value in keeping those. We've got some little bit of lettuce left. Could probably have that for lunch. Really just kind of seeing what I can piece together. Leftovers from dinner last night. Sorry about the beeping. Cheese, nothing really crazy sticking out in this drawer. Veggies are pretty minimal. I could probably make like a cucumber salad of some sort. Okay, really not much. Sauces are pretty basic. I do have some Caesar dressing I could maybe use up. There's not much left there. Okay, fridge isn't super promising. Let's just take a quick peek at the door. Yeah. I should probably make some sourdough. I made a batch the other day and it just did not turn out. I don't think I let it rise long enough. Okay, taking a look at my freezer. As you can see, there's really not a whole lot. This is garlic. Okay, so we've got hot dogs. That's just going to be for the kids. Pizza dough. These can go here. All right, so we've got a ton of pizza dough. So I should see if we've got any extra mozzarella. Okay, so fries. I mean, that's kind of kids' food. We've got berries, veggies, more hot dogs. Oh. Yeah, there's really not much in here. I could probably pull this out. English muffins for breakfast. Let's take a look at the pantry. All right, pantry is pretty empty. So this is sort of like my salad station. I mean, definitely some ingredients to make some random, like maybe pasta salads, or, I mean, it's just really not much that's screaming for me to use it up. Got some sauces. These are all shelf stable and nothing like that's really pressing to go. Snacks. I mean, the kids will go through these pretty quick. Benny's always making a mess of my pantry, which is just part of having a 1-year-old. Oh, couscous. I could definitely make Mediterranean couscous. My daughter Cora loves that, and I think I have some lemon juice in the freezer. I might have to pull that out. And then a lot of pizza sauce. This is mostly for homemade pizzas. We do homemade pizza all the time. My Asian thing, let's see. Really not a whole lot. I could probably do some stir fries maybe. Let me pull this out for the protein balls. Protein, I'll take this out too for the protein balls. Yeah, I'm not really seeing much. I might climb up there and see what's in our back stock, but for the most part, you know, I could definitely add this to the meal plan list. I've got some noodles for that stir fry. Yeah, let me see what's up there. Sorry about it being so dark. I took you guys with me. Let's see, nothing really in here. Mostly spices. Oh, these would work for snacks. Pull these Velveeta bars down. The rest looks like just back stock. Yep, noodles, crackers. Okay, true back stock. All right, last but not least, we'll check the freezers. This is the emptiest my freezers have been in a long time. I am making a dent in here. Okay, so we just had chili chip. I don't really want to make another taco bake. At least not this month. Hamburgers. I do have some hamburger buns downstairs, so for sure that could be one day. Korean barbecue beef. Yep. So these, okay, so 1, 2, 3 meals, we'll say. Oh, good. We have some mozzarella cheese. So 4 meals with pizza one night. I have some backup soups that I should probably use up this month before it gets too hot. Looks like they're both potato bacon and a chicken noodle. So that would be great for lunches for me and Dan. Kids, tacos. So I could make tacos with that. Leftover veggies, or not leftover, but like frozen veggies for sides. That's always great to have. Let's see. I've got lots of chicken, which is great. Some marinated already. More chicken strips. I could do wraps. Maybe do like tacos one night and like chicken wraps another. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll say 5, 6 tacos and then wraps. 5, 6. We have some meatballs. So we could do spaghetti meatballs. 7. And then are these steaks? No, it's ground beef. So that's for tacos. Oh, then steaks here. 8. Okay. Tortellini. We could do like a tortellini pesto or something. 9. Yeah, I could probably get through the rest of May. And then pepperonis. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually feeling pretty good despite the fact that like it's looking a little slim. And then this is my deep freeze. I mostly just have meat in here. Yeah. I know Cora's been asking for corned beef roast, so that could definitely be a meal. The rest is just chicken and then some more garlic. Okay. Okay, so that could have been worse. I think my main priority for today is going to be prepping those protein balls and then just writing a meal plan out. I think with what I have, I could get through the rest of May, but then I'm probably going to need to pad my grocery budget for for June, because I'm really getting low on my back stock, which is not a big deal. I only spent about $450 in March, $700 in April, and now it'll be like around $400 again for May. So that's really low spend for a family of 5. So I don't mind spending a little extra in June, stocking up, especially on seasonal items. But yeah, let's get to it. Having a Wednesday off every week is honestly one of the best things that Dan and I have decided to do for our family. I'm still working 40 hours a week, but having a dedicated day where I can basically focus on the tasks and priorities that are necessary to make life easier for my family, and kind of giving me like that mental health day where I can just sort of figure out, what are those pain points that are bothering Dan and myself throughout the week that are just making life harder. And honestly, that is my Wednesday, is focused on how to make life more manageable for us, making things smoother. And honestly, one of the biggest gifts of having this day off is allowing my family to have more family time on the weekends. And so I know this isn't something that everyone is able to do, working 4 10-hour shifts, or even being able to like drop down to maybe part-time. But if you have that opportunity, I would highly consider taking it, and particularly a Wednesday, because I feel like there's something about having that like midweek break where it's like I can get through, these 2 days, even just prepping on the weekend. Like all I really need to do is to prepare for Monday and Tuesday if we're strapped for time, because I have Wednesday as sort of that buffer. And so definitely look into it if that's something that your family's able to swing, you're able to swing at work. As a 2-parent working household where, we have a lot of financial goals, where we aren't able to really delegate a whole lot of our tasks. And so having this day is sort of like that way to kind of make up for the fact that Dan and I both have pretty high stress jobs, and we're not in a financial position right now to delegate a whole lot. And so Wednesday kind of solves that for us. Before my Wednesday starts, I do take a little bit of time to prepare for the day, because it is such an important day for me and my family to make sure that I'm productive and I'm focusing on the right things. So there's a few things that I do to prepare for my day off each week. And the first thing that I like to do is a brain dump. If I have a lot on my mind, particularly like busy seasons, I think May, the holiday season, for us the fall is also very busy. Birthday season, which is spring. The way I talk about it seems like it's all year, but honestly it's true. It's just particularly busy seasons, or just moments where I feel like I'm just a little overwhelmed. Doing a brain dump is pivotal to ensure that I'm focusing on the right things. I get everything out of my brain and onto paper, or my spreadsheet that I've created for my brain dump, and then I use that as my master list to say like, okay, what are the key things that I need to work on and prioritize on Wednesday? That has been huge for sort of my prioritization and to prevent decision fatigue. Also, I have a master cleaning list that I follow, not every week to a T, but I definitely do have sort of repeated tasks that I do every week, daily, monthly, and that has kind of helped me keep a general schedule to keep the house somewhat clean and organized. It's been very helpful to sort of just know like, okay, we're now up for cleaning bathrooms. It's just sort of part of the general process, particularly the daily cleaning, because I think that's where you make the biggest impact on sort of the state of your house, is just what little habits have you created each day. Another thing that I like to do is to touch base with Dan to figure out, as I mentioned before, like those pain points. What are things that are bothering him throughout the week? Take a look at my pain point list on my phone. And when I say pain points, basically what I'm talking about are those things that happen throughout the week, or annoyances, frustrations that are making life more difficult. And so, an example would be a overstocked fridge where I'm having to move a bunch of things around in order to like figure out what's in there. That's a sign to me that I'm wasting too much time trying to figure out what's for dinner and ending up with food waste. And so that would be a pain point. That's something that I want to prioritize on Wednesday to make life the rest of the week easier. Another example that I've shared in the past is when I first went back to work, my daughter was having just an absolute meltdown every morning because her shoe bin had so many different seasoned shoes, so like winter shoes as well as like the spring transition shoes, but also shoes that didn't really fit her anymore. She was transitioning between sizes. And so taking a little bit of time to clear out that bin made our morning so much smoother, because we prevented a tantrum kind of meltdown situation, because she would be so frustrated trying to find the right shoes. And so focusing on the areas of life that are just really causing stress, frustration, anger, whatever, as well as my husband, because we're a team. Those are the things that I want to prioritize on Wednesday. will say these habits that I've made and that I've been trying to stick to, I'm certainly not perfect, but I think they have helped smooth out the transition back to work and just our general routine, trying to find a rhythm and a pace that works for me and my family. Going back to work after my third baby, just a little over a month ago now, I mean, that was hard. That was without a doubt the toughest transition that we have yet to experience. And it's not just me, right? It's Dan, it's the girls. The emotions were so high for everyone. And I think it's because we had a great routine down at the time, and our life just sort of flipped upside down with Dan and I going back to work. And so, I would say, despite it being so difficult at first, it sort of slowly got better over time. So those of you that are maybe in the middle of a transition, similar to ours, whether it's, maternity leave or something different, or just a difficult time, I would just say, find a way to push out plans, simplify your routine, maybe cutting things that aren't absolute necessaries throughout your day. Identify those bare minimums that are going to help you get through the week without increasing pain points, and then focusing on the pain points that come up. That has been key for us. And then, lastly, we've started sleep training Bennett with a sleep consultant, and that has made a huge difference. Finally getting some sleep and taking care of our own mental health. I treat meal planning and honestly just managing the grocery budget in general like a part-time job. There are so many different considerations that I keep in mind when I'm managing sort of the food inventory, our budget, everything like that it takes a lot of time and mental energy. And because of that, I am intentional about carving out time. So here I'm going over my family's schedule to make sure that whatever meals that I'm choosing based off of the inventory that we just went through together makes sense for that day. So if it's a day we're going to be out, I'm going to focus on something that's quicker and easier. Maybe something I can prep ahead of time. If we're home all day, maybe I am working that day, it's something that I can prep over my lunch hour. Things like that. A more elaborate meal, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to do steaks and mashed potatoes that I'm making from scratch. That takes a little more time. That might be on a Sunday where we're home. And so one of the things that I'm really focused on when it comes to meal planning is this. First of all, health and nutrition. We're certainly not perfect, but I try to cook as much as I can from scratch just so I know what the ingredients are that are going into the food that I'm serving myself and my family. On top of that, I don't want to be wasteful, so I'm always trying to either overlap ingredients or reuse ingredients that I've had in prior meals. So for example, I talked about doing tacos one day. I'm going to be pulling out taco shells from the freezer. And so I'll have taco shells in the fridge, and we're not going to go through a whole pack. So I'll plan tacos, and then I'll have chicken wraps maybe the next day or 2 days later to make sure that those taco wraps don't go bad. And so, cutting back on food waste then obviously helps the budget, right? Because we're not wasting food and having to minimize what we need to purchase at the store. And so, I always prioritize having fresh food in our fridge. Even if we're doing a pantry challenge, I'm always including a little bit of buffer for, first of all, the fresh food, but in addition to that, having a little bit of extra for stock-up opportunities for items that we buy all the time on sale. Okay, so I just got done making the meal plan for the rest of May, and there was a couple events that I actually forgot about too that we won't even be home. So this worked out kind of great. Going over the plan. So today's the 20th. It's the Survivor season finale tonight, and so Dan and I always do something fun for dinner. The kids, I'm not entirely sure what they'll have. Probably just Uncrustables, peanut butter and jelly kind of thing, something easy, because I'm going to make for Dan and myself some appetizers for us while we watch the finale. We are huge Survivor fans, so this is a big deal. And it's season 50. Comment below if you're a Survivor fan and who are you voting to win? I am so torn with who's left over. I think Rizzo is a huge surprise this season. I am actually kind of shocked at how well he's doing. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win. It's honestly up in the air. I could see Aubrey taking it. Anyways, I know if you're not a Survivor fan, Oh, stop, because I could talk about this for hours. Anyways, so Survivor finale tonight, so we're doing appetizers. I'm making pizza rolls where I'm doing like cheese and crackers, jalapeno poppers, and then chips and guacamole. So just kind of little snacky things. Definitely not in my healthy eating category, but it's basically a holiday tonight. So we are cheating a little bit. Tomorrow we are going to do grilled chicken, salad, and then I'm going to use up those Cheddar Bay biscuits that I have in the pantry for this dinner. If I have extra, I might use the extra later. I can get into that in a minute. Let's see, we've got, so Friday the 22nd, we're going to do pizza night. We do that almost every Friday. We do kind of like a make your own pizza and a movie night. Depending on the weather, we might skip the movie and just go to the park, but for sure pizza, something I can prep ahead of time too if we decide to do the park. Saturday the 23rd, we are going to do hamburgers and french fries. Probably use those Arby fries that are in the freezer just to get that out. And then I've got buns. I didn't show you. I have one more freezer downstairs. I know it's ridiculous. We have a ton of freezers. But we have a freezer downstairs that's attached to like our drink fridge. And I use that for like all of our breads. So buns, my sourdough loaves that I freeze, tortillas, extra pancakes, things like that all go down there. And I do have a couple hamburger buns down there that I want to use up. So we're going to do hamburgers that night. Sunday, the 24th, we're going to do a chicken stir fry. I already have some marinated in the freezer. Some chicken, that is. And then flipping to the last week of May, there's a couple events this week that make dinners a little bit harder / much easier because we'll be gone. So Monday the 25th, it is Memorial Day. We are going to grill steak. I'm going to make Mediterranean couscous and then do some sourdough cheese bread. So I'll have to prep that this weekend so it's ready to go. Or maybe check the freezer, see if I have a loaf that I could just pull out. But that is on my to prep list now, is sourdough. Tuesday, we go back to work, and so I want something easy. I'll be in the office that day. So I'm going to use that Kevin's beef pre-made meal, and then I'm going to just roast some vegetables with that and make some rice noodles. Super easy. Wednesday, I play volleyball every Wednesday, and so usually that's like a mom doesn't cook dinner night, and so the girls will just have popcorn and a protein shake. It's it probably is their favorite meal, honestly. And so they will do that on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I'm going to do lasagna. I have that pre-made Costco lasagna in the freezer. This is a lot of stuff that was left over from my initial like postpartum period. And so I'm finally getting this stuff out. I usually don't buy a lot of pre-made stuff, but I was just nervous about postpartum and then going back to work, like what my capacity would be like, but trying to get some of these pre-made things out. So lasagna and then salad. That is a day that we have a field trip that Dan and I are both going on with Cora's class. And so something easy would be really great, even though we're not working that day. Friday the 29th, we're going to do, of course, pizza night again. And then I'm going to make some homemade ranch to go with some just veggies to have on the side. And then Saturday and Sunday, we have some fun plans. On Saturday, the 30th, we have a birthday party for my nephew. And so we'll be there for dinner at my in-laws. And then the 31st, we're celebrating my friend June's birthday. Happy early birthday, June. And so we're going to go out we're going to get dim sum for lunch. And we always eat more than we should when we go out for dim sum. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so we will not probably be having like much of a dinner. It honestly might just be like a protein shake or like a small salad or something. And then we're in June. So yeah, I feel like this is totally doable. Dan had stopped up when I was meal prepping the protein balls and said that he's out of creamer. And so for my fellow coffee drinkers, like, you need to stock up on your coffee supplies. So I'm actually going to go to Costco, which was not the original plan. So I will take you with me. If there are certain sales that like on items that we use all the time, I might go over budget. Because again, I wasn't really planning on going to Costco, but that is like the one area that I blow my budget. grab some jalapenos for tonight to make those jalapeno poppers. But a couple things. So Costco made it really easy for me to not overspend today because very few things were on sale. I was a little disappointed, to be honest. Like, this month I've had such low grocery spend that I was kind of hoping that this could be like a forced stock-up shop by just getting a bunch of things on sale. But grocery prices are insane, and apparently, like, sales are just harder to come by. Definitely a lot of items that we buy consistently, like, the prices are just, like, slowly going up. And as someone that pays very close attention to groceries, that's super disappointing to see. So overall, we spent $97 today at Costco. That includes a $3.80 price match. I noticed an item that I had purchased a couple weeks ago is on sale now. So if you're not familiar, Costco will honor a price match for any item that goes on sale within 30 days of your purchase. And you don't even need the receipt because it's all on your membership card. So whenever I see something that I'm like, oh, I just bought this and it is now on sale, I will stop at the counter on the way out and price match it. It literally takes 2 seconds and it adds up over time. So just a quick little note on that. Now so I have to get the jalapenos. I'm going to head home after that. I have a call with a sleep consultant. I will fill you in on all that later. Basically, Bennett is just not sleeping, and we caved and ended up hiring a sleep consultant to help us because I am so tired of being tired, you guys. It's horrible. So fingers crossed, send me your positive juju, prayers, whatever you got that can help me get Bennett on a better schedule because this mom is barely hanging on. I'm going to run into Aldi quick and then head home, hopefully in time for my 1 p.m. phone call. My sleep consultant phone call went so well. I'm so glad I hired this person to help us get better sleep because she's worked miracles with Bennett. So up next, after putting all of the groceries away, I did take some time to go over my upcoming YouTube video and prepare for that. So first I picked a topic. I'm going to be doing a video on my payday routine. And so after choosing your topic, the next step is basically outlining the video. What main points do I want to touch on and what items do I need to prepare ahead of time. So in this case, I need to print my June calendar so then I can insert all of the different paydays and sort of have a visual of when we're paid versus what due dates will be impacted by each pay period, and then grab my planner and mail for that video. So I just jot a little note of items I need to collect. I create a B-roll plan, and so all the different footage I need to gather in order to incorporate into my video. And then I do a voiceover, kind of high-level talking point script. Thanks so much for joining me today. I feel confident that we are well prepared for the rest of the week. And if this is the kind of video that you are interested in, definitely subscribe. I post new videos every week talking about family budgeting tips, home management, and different productivity tips that I've used just to stay on top of everything. So I'd love to have you tag along. Until next time, take care, guys.